What's going on, a side family? What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Truth. It's short for Truth Over Narrative. Again, man, welcome to episode 7. Welcome to episode 7 of the Moment of Truth show. You get what I'm saying? Maybe in the next, not maybe, but in the next, 20 to 30 minutes, around 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, we're gonna have undefeated prospect, standout amateur, um, Mr. Rajon, Picasso chance. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about this one. You get what I'm saying? He's an amateur, not amateur, excuse me. He's a prospect from New Jersey. We from the same county. We from right around the same stomping ground. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to see, somebody else from my city, somebody else from my town, somebody else from where I'm from to be able to actually, come out and make it and and do their thing on a boxing scene. So at the end of the day, I'm very excited about this interview with Rajon Chance, man. You know what I mean? So what's going on today, man? It's fight week, so we just had the just had the Liam Smith versus Chris Eubank fight. Again, I know this is more talk about in a way and Fulton being done for a particular date. You got Anthony Yard, you know what I'm saying? You got Anthony Yard fighting this week, man. I've been pulling for Anthony Yard so hard. I know everybody thinking I'm crazy. My man Rugo was good. Salute, keep up the great work. Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. You know what I'm saying? No, honestly, I appreciate it. My man Trill, what's going on, Trill? Hey, if y'all can see, I put the link in the chat. Rajon Chance gonna come in around like 8:30. So again, if anybody want to come in, we could bust it up. Rugo, you want to come in, bust it up? Let's bust it up. Trill, you want to come in, bust it up? Let's talk about a couple of things before 8:30. My man gonna come in at 8:30. Then we're gonna shut it down, do the interview, probably open the line back up for anybody that want to come in here and talk some boxing, have some good boxing talk. But yeah, the link is in the description. If you can't see the link in the description, let me know. I'll put it in there again. Yeah, man, it's boxing talk, man. It's truth. It's the moment of truth. Again, this is A-Side Boxing. We don't do no BS. You know what to expect when you come here, man. If you're not educated on the sport of boxing, you can't come here. If you're not knowing what's going on, you can't come here. If you can't talk X's and O's of the sport, this spot ain't for you. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of guys like to get off on the clickbait. A lot of guys like to get off on the drama. We don't really do too much of that over here. And the reason that we don't really get into too much of the clickbait and too much of the drama is that we really understanding and knowing what's going on in the sport of boxing. So I'm trying to create a platform for those that's not understanding. I'm trying to create a platform that's going to be able to sustain the long run. Trying to create a platform that's going to be able to last over time. If I base my platform off of Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, what happens when that fight gets made? What happens when that fight is over? If I base my platform on Deontay Wilder, what happens when Deontay Wilder retires? If I base my platform on shock value, what happens when there's nothing shocking coming on? See? You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, the first thing that I kind of wanted to touch on real quick is my man Josh Taylor. So give me a second. I want to pull up my man Josh Taylor just for my recollection. I want to pull up my man Josh Taylor BoxRec. Man, Josh Taylor is one of those guys. I tweeted at the same time that I tweeted about Josh Taylor, talking about him and Stephen Fulton. This is before either one of these guys made or were mentioned or cracked any pound for pound list. I tweeted about both of these guys and I said, hey, if you're a fan of boxing, watch out for Josh Taylor, watch out for Stephen Fulton Jr., because these guys are going to be pound for pound guys. You get what I'm saying? And Josh Taylor, even though I like what he's done in the boxing arena, it just seemed like this dude is not active enough, man. I think, let me see now. I'm gonna take a look at Josh Taylor BoxRec right now. 2022, he had one fight. 2021, He had one fight, which was so 2022 in February. He fought Jack Catterall. 2021 in May, he fought Jose Ramirez. 2020, he fought some, I can't even tell you this guy's name, but either way, that was a first round knockout. And so basically, since 2020, he's fought one time a year. I mean, he fought three times in 2018. Um, he fought twice in 2019, which I want to say probably was his best year. He fought an undefeated Ivan Barianchek, won by unanimous decision. He fought Regis Prograis in October 26, 2019. You know, Regis Prograis was undefeated at the time as well. But since then, man, again, you know, it was some random guy. Apinan Kong Song was undefeated, but you know, Josh Taylor got rid of him in one round, and then he fought, you know, Jose Ramirez, and then after that was Jack Catterall, who a lot of people thought possibly that Jack Catterall lost that fight. Um, I don't know, man. Again, they just pushed Josh Taylor's fight back with Jack Catterall. The WBO reached out to Bob Arum in Top Rank. They asked for some medical documentation to validate his current injuries. You get what I'm saying? I think that Josh Taylor is personally. So let me start this caveat by saying personally, I think that Josh Taylor is having issues making 140 pounds. Um, Before the first Catterall fight, you know, the date was moved back a couple times, if I'm not mistaken. But at the end of the day, I remember seeing Josh Taylor. I remember hearing rumors that Josh Taylor was still on the high from being undisputed. I remember hearing rumors that Josh Taylor was not able to make 140 pounds. I remember seeing Josh Taylor with a huge shiner, a huge black eye around his eye. And it just seemed like Josh Taylor couldn't make that weight. You get what I'm saying? I mean, you know, obviously he did end up making the 140-pound mark, and so you know you can't down a guy until a guy actually misses weight on the scale, which he never done. But at the end of the day, just because you're not missing weight on the scale, that don't mean that you're having difficulty making a certain weight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very curious to see if Top Rank can provide medical documentation that supports that supports Josh Taylor being injured. But if not, I'm ready as a fan. I'm ready to go ahead with Jack Catterall, Teofimo Lopez for the vacant WBO title. Trill, what's going on, my brother?
Nothing much, man. I feel you on what's going on with Josh Taylor. But the thing is, he looked like he was doing a good job making the weight, man. I don't know, man. It's just odd. It's always a setback that occurs, as that date gets closer. So hopefully they can provide documentation and it doesn't follow what people are considering a mysterious trend with guys getting sick and falling ill before fights.
Yeah.
So hopefully he gets well soon and he recovers well so we can hurry up and get this fight out the way, man. Because I'm not gonna lie, it's taking too goddamn long for this shit to get
Way
over
too
with.
long, true. And again, I think between these two fighters, man, because remember, they got pushed off their original date because of the Chris Eubank and Liam Smith fight. That's why they got pushed off their original date. This fight was supposed to happen already. Again, the last fight that they had, remember, Josh Taylor came up with a bicep injury or arm injury or something like that, and he had to push the fight back. Again, I wouldn't mind the WBO making this guy a champion in recess, allowing Teofimo Lopez and somebody else possibly to fight for that WBO vacant or WBO interim or whatever got to happen. But I mean, this guy essentially, granted, he did. I appreciate Josh Taylor for releasing those other three belts, but I mean, again, this is still another strap that he's holding up. And the last 3 years, we've only seen this guy one time per year, and I just don't think that could cut it.
Yeah, I agree. You know what I'm saying? We need that division to get more active because now it's starting to heat up, and you got one strap that's kind of sitting there on the wayside in Scotland, waiting on another guy to come off the shelf or get medically cleared in order to perform. And I also want to point out too, we're very consistent with our stances on this because we pretty much said the same thing about Jamal Charlo. You know, he hasn't fought in the past 2 years almost now, and you know we appreciate him as a fighter and an athlete, but at the same time, you know, some fighters, in this particular case, Carlos Adames is wanting that fight, but you're not able to fight right now. So make Charlo the champion of recess, elevate Adames, and let's keep the train rolling down the tracks.
Hey, Trill, I'm gonna take it a step further, right? Because you know we talk about things. Obviously, if I'm not texting you, or if I'm not on a space with you, especially you and I can't speak for nobody else, but we talk damn near every day. If I'm not on a space with you, or if I'm not texting your phone, I'm gonna take it a step further, and I'm gonna say, if you're a champion, you should at least be able to defend your title twice a year. That should be a prerequisite or a mandated from every sanctioning body. I understand that we in a new era of boxing, and that's why I don't compare too many of these guys to these older guys, because in the previous early 90s, 80s, they were defending more, but understand it was less money, it was less opportunities, it was more opportunities, but a little less money. But I look at it like, if you cannot defend your title twice a year, or if you one of them guys that possibly has a title and you're tied to Daniel Kinahan, you shouldn't be a champion. If you cannot travel, if you cannot, if your fights are contingent of your promotional company winning a fight and then having to stage that fight in whatever country you local to because you can't travel, I feel like you should be stripped or made champion in recess, because at this stage in boxing, man, you got to think about it. You talking about guys in their prime, in they absolute prime, fighting once or twice a year. I think for the sake of the sport of boxing, for the sake of boxing fans that want to continue watching, champions should be mandated to fight twice a year. I don't think that's unreasonable to say.
Yeah,
We
I agree. At least once every 18 months. You gotta excuse my dog. He cutting up since we had this little tornado come through earlier on today.
yeah, I seen some stuff.
But yeah, man, like some of these guys aren't active enough, and especially with Taylor's case, even though he's done his best to separate himself from Kinahan, it seems to still be a looming issue. You know, so like I respect him for trying to separate himself like a lot of the other guys have. But when it's all said and done, if you're not able to travel and that's becoming an issue, then you know something got to give. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you got to drop the belts, or not saying that you know go turn yourself in, or you know turn your guy in or whatever. But sometimes you got to do what's best for the sport, and a lot of people won't acknowledge that at all.
Yeah, and I feel the same way, man. Again, I'm not on the Daniel Kinahan hate train. I know he might have done some egregious things, allegedly, but again, that's not my concern. My concern is boxing. I'm a boxing fan. As a boxing fan, we already have to acknowledge, like, as a boxing fan, you have to acknowledge the business of boxing in order to be a boxing fan, whether you're a casual, whether you're a hardcore, whatever, because you get to asking these questions, and then it's like, well, these guys should be fighting, but the business of boxing says blah blah blah. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we already in a tight situation as fans. I just don't think it's fair to have guys like man, granted, like the defenses that Josh Taylor has made have been A1 great defenses. I mean, obviously fighting Jack Catterall, he was the mandatory. Fighting Regis Prograis, fighting Ivan Baranchek. Remember, he entered in the Super Six series, so we're not talking about like some slouch that won a belt by mistake, right? He's beaten good fighters. He has, for the record that he has, he, as pound for pound in the top 10 guys, he got one of the better resumes. I believe his resume is top 5 as far as the pound for pound guys are concerned. But again, if you can't make these fights, if you got to continue to fight in Scotland or wherever it is that you got to continue to fight at, maybe we need to consider making you a champion in recess and letting these other guys fight for these titles until whatever situation that you may be prolonging or maybe waiting to play out. Maybe we just need to wait until you able to, fight or do whatever, so that we could possibly, see you back in the ring.
Yeah, like I remember the first time I even heard or saw Josh Taylor, man, he was fighting O'Hara Davies. And I remember in the lead up, people were like, yeah, this is a good level fight to see where both of these guys are at.
Mhm.
And when I say he cooked,
He
he
beat the shit out of
absolutely
O'Hara
cooked
Davis.
O'Hara Davies, fam. And after that, people was clowning O'Hara, you know what I'm saying, calling him a bum. But whenever you look at it, considering what Josh Taylor has done since then,
Yeah.
that him losing to Josh, or O'Hara losing to Josh, really wasn't that bad of a loss. You know,
Mhm.
it's just been consistent and shown the type of level that Josh Taylor is on. He's an exceptional fighter whenever he's active and he's fighting. But
For
like these
sure.
injuries, man, or the situation and whatever's going on in general, it's very disappointing because we want to see him out there. You know what I'm saying? He's a damn good fighter. Whether you agree with some of his out of boxing takes or not, the dude is very good for the sport whenever he's active and healthy.
Let's talk about some trail that people haven't really been talking about. Maybe a couple of the hardcore boxing fans, but now I'm just seeing a note saying that it's official. February 25th. Let me see. Is this Minnesota? Yep, Minnesota. February 25th. We got Subriel Matias versus Jeremiah Ponce. I don't know how much of Jeremiah Ponce you watch, Trill, but when I tell you that without a shadow of a doubt, if half of the fighter that I've seen Jeremiah Ponce be, if that fighter shows up to Minnesota February 25th, we will possibly have the fight of the year on our hands in Minnesota. How do you
I
feel about
agree.
Subriel Materials versus Jeremiah Ponce?
That is going to be, it should be, on paper, is an extremely violent fight. It's going to be no frills. Like, if you're into, I hate to use this term because a lot of people use it and it doesn't really line up because it's not really a style, but Mexican style fight, guys just stand in the middle of the ring and be willing to trade. This on paper looks like one of those fights, right? But to me, Jeremiah Ponce reminds me more of a Maidana type fighter. Like he's extremely, extremely he ain't no hoe. That's the best way I could put it, man.
Yeah.
He's not gonna back down. He's gonna be bringing the fight to you. Um, I don't even want to say kind of the way we saw something in Via whenever we were looking at tape.
Mm-hmm.
It's something there that might not pop out on screen to a lot of people, but to me, he just has a bit of an X factor against Matias because Matias does tend to square up sometimes. And I think Ponce could really, yeah, exactly, Santana. That's gonna be a fight where somebody's leaving lumped the fuck up, man. Nobody's gonna be leaving there looking like they're ready to go to the club.
So what I like about both of these guys, man, is that again, I know Subriel take a couple rounds to get warmed up, but when you look at a guy like Jeremiah Ponce, man, one thing that I truly enjoy about watching him fight is that this guy is a no BS, no bullshit inside fighter. But for somehow this guy is able to like work his way inside, land his jab. He jabbing all fight, but it's like y'all inside. You get what I'm saying? And his frame is like he got a very like thin frame. You get what I'm saying? And truthfully, a guy of his frame shouldn't even be able to bang the way he banged. You get what I'm saying? But Jeremiah Ponce, and for anybody that never heard of Jeremiah Ponce, I would beg you to go watch the Lewis Ritson fight that was on the zone. I think they fought in 2020, 2021. I'm not sure if that was a bubble fight or not.
That was the one that they threw the towel in and the ref threw the towel back out the
Yeah,
ring, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a damn shame.
He,
He
hey,
took an ass whooping for no reason.
yeah, yeah. Like he's one of those guys. Like Jeremiah Ponce is a guy you never heard of, but Saturday night after that 25th of February, you whether win or lose, you will be googling his fights. Truly, like I think that man again. You was there. We were there together last. What was it? June 4th. I want to say that
Yeah,
was
in Minnesota. Yeah,
Minnesota at Stephen Fulton versus Danny Roman. Um, um, we had David Morrell on the undercard. Actually, Carl Dargan got knocked out on that undercard again. But I don't know, man. I don't want to travel to Minnesota in the cold, but man, that's gonna be a fight.
Yeah, that's
That's
gonna be a fight.
that's
Honestly, that's a busy day as far as boxing, man. Because
yeah,
AB fighting with Michael Williams Jr.
yeah. I don't know. My cousin. I don't know.
And then
Mhm.
then you got Floyd fighting somebody in the UK that day,
My
and
other
then now
cousin.
you got this fight. Um, I'm I'm not sure if it's this card or the card that's in San Antonio, but don't be surprised if Adames doesn't pop up on one of these cards, man. I've heard he's supposed to be rearing up
Yeah.
to get ready to jump out, but it's kind of close for the San Antonio fight, so I
Hmm.
kind of would expect him to pop up on that Minnesota card, hopefully. But yeah, I'm not going up there, man. It's too damn cold for that.
Yeah. It's very cool. I'm looking at the. It doesn't seem like Adames will pop up on his card. I think that this card is going to be Puello. Excuse me, I'm tripping. It's going to be Ponce and Subriel. I think that Joseph Adorno and Elvis Rodriguez will be on this card as well. Um, Let me see. I'm looking at a
Oh
couple.
yeah, you know what? It's another Dominican fighter that they might slip in there.
Jamal James will be on this card
Yeah, as the return,
versus
he's coming back.
Alberto Palmetta. If you don't know who Alberto Palmetta is, I guess I don't want to say credit, but that was one of Earl Spence sparring partners, and possibly could have been the guy that was responsible for the detached retina that or the whatever, not detached, because it was, I don't know what happened with Spence retina, but that was Spence's sparring partner. If people remember, during the lead up to the Pacquiao fight, I guess it was some footage that had kind of got out, and the footage looked as if the sparring partner was getting over on Earl Spence, and then we seen an eye injury. So that was Earl Spence's famous sparring partner from that particular situation. Um, I believe he's a sturdy guy. Again, we haven't seen Jamal James since the hellacious beating that he took from Raza Butayev, who
Yeah,
then lost the WBA title to Stan Jonas, who's supposed to be fighting Virgil Ortiz April 29th in somewhere in the Dallas area, maybe Dickies Arena. I'm not
I'll be
sure.
at that one for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm curious to see. I mean, I haven't seen his guy Palmetto in a while, and I'm curious to see just kind of what Jamal James looks like on for his return bout. I'm just curious to see. We know Jamal James, obviously, very tall welterweight. One of those guys that does come to fight. You know, what I mean, does got a little bit of skill, so you can't just count him out. I would have loved to see Jamal James versus Michael Fox. I just think that's a fight that I want to see.
Yeah,
I
two
always want
long
to see how
rangy
those two talk.
welterweights. To me,
Too
I
long.
think Ring Rust gonna play into this one. I wish James had a fight in the interim to kind of work his way back up to getting there with Palmetto. But
Yeah,
I mean, I just wish him the best. But honestly, that's a different type of dog right there, man.
yeah.
But obviously, Jamal James, former champion or a regular champion or
Yep.
whatever have you, because you know how people like to be very particular about these belts. Um, he still held one and he still won it in the ring, right? So um, hopefully we get a good matchup that day. I wish you the best out there in that Minnesota weather in February, though, man.
You know what? I may not even make it, man, because I made a little promise to myself that I was going to move a little bit more strategic this year. So with both of these guys being English as a second language, I don't think it would behoove me to go there, if that makes sense. I want to go to. I'm trying to make at least a fight a quarter, but the fights that I go to, I want to be able to cover. And with the news coming out today that possibly Shakur will be fighting in Newark, New Jersey, April 8th, with Jared Anderson on the other card. Keyshawn Davis, his first 10 rounder. Troy Isley should be having some smoke on that card too. Is in my hometown of Newark, New Jersey. I think that might be the card that I, bounce out to and see if I could, maybe get some credentials and cover that card or cover that week cover that fight week as a whole. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
you a
So
damn good salesman, man. You got me thinking about pulling up to that card now. 'Cause I honestly didn't know about it. You know what I'm saying? We had that storm roll through here earlier, so I kind of got sidetracked trying to take cover and shit. But
yeah, no, it's all good, man. I
yeah,
understand,
man,
man. Yeah.
that's
And
a that,
you listen, the world change and get busy, Trill. I hope the shit that's meant for Oklahoma and them Midwest states, man. I hope that don't start to be the thing down there in Texas, man. I hope you safe. I hope the family's safe. I hope all of those that was affected. You get me. I hope everybody that was affected is positive and in good spirits, man. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm good, man. But it's just, it was just a little different today, man. Like you having a bunker down in the bathroom, and then you hear the
Yeah.
motherfucker pass. Like I was on the space with everybody earlier on, and I dipped out. That's where the hell I went.
Mm,
Them alerts started bypassing my little filters and mutes I had on, and that's when I knew the shit got real.
yeah,
So,
definitely.
but yeah, man, everybody on my side good. Shit, I'm blessed to be able to hop on here and get back with my boxing family, man. Catch up and kind of get away from the outside world, what have you, and what's been going on. But yeah, that Stanionis and Virgil fight, man. Honestly, I think Stanionis might be trying to rush himself back, and I don't think that's a good look, man.
No,
But
so I tell you this true. When I was 16, 17 years old, I had the same thing going on. I was a young whippersnapper, what they call it. I was working at White Castle, in Newark, New Jersey, in my hometown, in my neighborhood, in my hood, as we like to say. And it got to a point where all I was eating was White Castle. I was drinking the milkshakes, I was drinking the fruit juice, I was eating the burgers every day. Um, I started to develop a stomach ache. I started to develop some issues. One day, I couldn't take it no more, and I damn near passed out. Uh, at my mom's house, right? My mom was at work. I was doing some shopping. I came back and I almost passed out. Come to find out, my appendix was ruptured. I spent a week in the hospital, a full, like, I don't, about 5-6 days I was in the hospital at 16 years old. And but after I got out, man, I spent about a week or two. I got back right and I was back doing everything as usual. I still got the stitches, or not stitches, but I still got the little mark on my stomach at the bottom to this day that reminds me when I look in the mirror, remind me of what happened when I was 16 years old. When I tell you, I'm 33 now, I'll be 34 in April. When I tell you, to this day, that was the worst experience that I ever had in my whole life, for sure. I thought I was gonna die. I thought that it was over with. I thought I was gonna kick the bucket at that time. You know what I'm saying? But that shit wasn't no joke, man. But I think Stan Jonas to be able to come back. I don't think that's one of them things where it's like, oh, after the fight, it was like, yeah, it was bothering me. I don't think that that's an excuse that he could really use. So I think if Stan Jonas coming back, knowing that this is the biggest fight of his career, he is technically the A side, right? I don't think that he just jumped into that fight not 100%. I even remember him being on Chicken Talk with us, coming in, talking to us and telling us that he felt like he could be stronger, but he's had some hand injuries that he's had to fight through and take fights even while having a hand injury. I think that this guy is going to come ready to fight. I think he's going to hurt Virgil Ortiz. I think Virgil Ortiz is going to hurt him. But I think at the end of this fight, Stan Jonas will have his hand raised. I truly believe that, man. I see something in that guy, and I could be tripping, right? Because Virgil's, I think, taller. Virgil maybe got a longer reach. Virgil was possibly even stronger as what we've seen lately. But I don't know, man. It's something about this Stan Jonas guy. I don't know if it's the last name. I don't know if it's because it's only him and Kavalauskas that's from Lithuania. But I like this guy, man. I like this guy, and I think he's gonna get the job done.
yeah, I'm looking forward to the fight, man. But I just think back about my best friend. He had the surgery Christmas Eve, not last year's in 2022, but 2021, and it took him
Yeah.
damn near 3-4 weeks until he got back right. So I kind
Mm-hmm.
of think about that and what he went through. But obviously, he was a skinny nigga then, but he wasn't in shape. Stanionis in shape, and got the body of a quote unquote machine like how most boxers do. You know what I'm saying? They know how their body feel or whatnot. So if he says he's ready to go, man, I'm all for it. But I just don't want to hear no excuses whenever Virgil knock his ass out. I'm just saying.
And you know what? And again, just like you said, you got to think. So if they move the fight, so your guy took 3 or 4 weeks to get ready. If they move the fight to April 29th, that's still 3 months. I think this happened about a month ago with Stan Jonas. So I think 4 months. If even if you take 3 months recovery, you still got a whole 3 months to lose a little weight pre-camp and then be able to have a sufficient enough training camp for this fight. Every time I think about training camps, the ASODs and this and that, I always strike back to Danny Roman versus MJ when he was the unified champion. He had a 6-week camp. He was coming off a shoulder surgery, and he still fought a close, tough fight with MJ. Again, I don't think that I don't think that Stanionis is going to put himself in a position to have to make excuses after the fight. I think that this guy understand what he's doing. He understands his man. Even you got to think about it. Richard Schaefer, who was I guess pro bellum. He was with Golden Boy before. Shelly Finkel. Shelly Finkel has also managed the career of Deontay Wilder. He's helped Deontay Wilder be a champion, 5-6 years straight or something like that. I think with his management, his advisor, I don't think that they're going to set this guy up for failure at all. I think he definitely will come to this fight ready to fight, and he's going to bring war. I think both of these guys are going to bring war, and I think, we're going to see it. Shout out to my man, Joseph Santana. He said, hell yeah, Brick City again, for sure. Santana, I don't know if you're from Brick City, but I for sure am. Elizabeth Avenue, Mika, 440, 455 section. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, Shakur trying to break that tennis record and get it around this time. And I think that's something that maybe boxing should look a little bit more and focus on. If you got a guy, a la Shakur, a la Edgar Berlanga, showcase these guys where they from. Showcase these guys where they from. Put them where they belong at. You get what I'm saying? And that way we could get the best fights. Hey, Trill, I'm gonna have to drop you down, man. I got my man. I got the special guest for the night in here. You get what I'm saying, Trill? So at the end of the day, I'm gonna drop you back down. We may do some talking afterwards, but yeah, we got our guy in here. So we're gonna go ahead, get it popping, start the interview, and get everything going, man.
Business.
I appreciate you joining me. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we're gonna let Rajon get up in here, and we're gonna do the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right, guys. Again, we got undefeated prospect in here. Again, this is gonna be a good one for me. You know what I'm saying? Another guy from New Jersey, Essex County to be exact. I'm from Norkie, from East Orange. They call it East Orange, where things change. You feel me? I've been in the area as well, man. We got Rajon Chance. What's going on, Champ? He done dropped out, man. He done dropped out after the good what you call it, after the good introduction, man. Come on, man. Let's see. Hopefully we can get him back up in here, man. Got you. What's going on, Champ? Can you hear me? Let me see. Let me make sure.
You can hear me?
Yup, I can hear you. I can hear you fine. What's goody, man? What's good?
What's up?
How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Feeling good. Camp going good. Strength and conditioning going good. Everything going good.
Okay. Where you in camp at?
I'm out here Randolph.
Jersey?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's you. Are you far from Essex County? Bro?
I know.
Nah. That's what's up though, because you're getting that work in. You know what's crazy, man. Like being from that area, I don't think people understand like how much staying there will consume you. Like what I mean, especially us
for sure.
Babies. If you from Newark, if you from East Orange, you from Irvington. You feel me?
East Orange, baby.
Or like you from some of these areas, like. And I used to be in East. When I was young, I used to really be in East Orange. Like I used to be all over around Tremont. My brother lived on Brookwood. You feel me? Like we used to be at the park. Yeah, we used to. You know what I mean?
Yo, why you look wild familiar though?
I probably do. I used to like. My brother. I don't want to get into the politics of what he used to bang and all that. But my brother was heavy in East Orange. You know what I'm saying? Like. Brookwood, you know the areas, man. Like we
I'm already knowing, bro.
So I ain't gonna get. We can talk about that after, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
I used to definitely be in them areas. Like I'm from Elizabeth Avenue, Mika, I was close downtown Nook. You know what I mean. That's my area. Shabazz area.
Yeah, that's the Nookway. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, for sure, man. So
Yeah, y'all niggas be tripping. I don't really. Wait, can I curse?
you good? Nah, we
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. Nah, y'all niggas be tripping. I'd rather just say any stars.
It's all it's
Nah, Nuck a little worse than that.
it's the same difference, man, depending on where you from, know what I mean? But nah, let's jump into it, champ. So since we talking about Jersey, man, tell me, how was life like for you growing up in Jersey, period? Like, what I mean, just being from, EO and all of that. How was life growing up in Jersey for you?
Life was actually. I mean, everybody got a struggle, but life was
Look,
actually cool. Like my parents was well known, and we was like the way I can describe me and my brothers and siblings and all that. We was some good ass, badass kids. If that
yeah,
makes sense. Like
yeah,
we
yeah,
was good kids, but badass kids at the same
yeah,
time.
yeah,
But it was like moms made sure we had a food over our head. And the
sure,
dad put discipline in us and all that shit.
sure.
But we wasn't we wasn't rich. We didn't have it all, but we was them kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Everybody always made sure we stay out the way and all that stuff. So East Orange was always cool. It's just that we knew we couldn't stay there because anything can happen at any time. Especially we have a temper.
yeah,
so
yeah,
so
for sure.
so everything can go out the window real quick. So it's like we'll rather just stay out the way or just we'll chill for a little bit till we know when to go. See the difference is now I think I'm more like mature now, but back then
Yeah,
I didn't want to stay out the way. I wanted to be in the way. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
That's why like even with my baby brother,
yeah.
like don't get me wrong, like it's three of us, but that middle one is the he's the temper one.
Is
He's
that
the one that
Manny?
we want. That's Bam Bam. That's Speedy. Now
Okay,
Manny's the baby. Manny's the
okay,
baby.
yeah,
He's the one that's like, nah, I'm gonna just go ahead and go
yeah,
hit the thing. Me and Delight was like, what? You say what? What up? What you trying to do?
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
I end up having to calm down because of the future and stuff that I got on the way and the career and stuff. So if somebody was to come at me, I'd just be like,
Yeah.
okay,
Bro.
we're gonna have fun in the future. Just leave me alone right now.
Now let me ask you this because now I'm gonna pivot off a little bit because you brung the family up. So me, being from Newark, New Jersey, obviously I live
hmm
in Maryland now. I was in the military for a nice little minute, so I'm not
Okay.
in Jersey every single day. I pop up when I can, but
Okay.
I remember December 25th, 2021. You know what I'm saying? It's the Christmas card. You fighting I forgot Elon De Jesus for the second time. And I'm in the front row. Like I'm front, like I probably was in like the third row away from the ring. And I see you got a little section back there, but it's one guy with some locks, bro, and he is tweaking. You feel me? Like your guys was in like the section kind of down. I seen the Puerto Ricans, or I don't even know what they was. I don't know, Puerto Rican, Cuban, whatever. They was up there turning up. But I know this was your brother, but he
Yeah,
turning up. Which one of your brothers was that?
that's Speedy.
Okay, it had to be because yeah, like I'm like, man, listen, I'm trying to watch you fighting in the ring, but what?
All right, so boom. Here's the catch, right? So that whole like situation right there,
Yeah,
right? I'm not going like everybody had media talks. I had media talks before with other fighters and
yeah,
beef before with other fighters. I ain't never
yeah.
give a fuck about it, but this is a fighter that I'm about to fight soon, and he
Mm-hmm.
think that when he fought me with that draw, that was me. I had a concussion. That's
Okay.
one. I
Yeah,
had a concussion before the fight even happened, so
yeah,
any little hit was gonna bother me. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, for sure.
So it was like he was talking on the media saying he gonna knock me out in my hometown. He
Yeah,
gonna do this and do that, and his family was talking. When you get your family involved, it's like, oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. We see what it is.
I simply told like my brothers and everybody because everybody wanted to get involved and stuff. So I was just like, yeah, just be quiet. Let's wait till fight time. Let me focus on this fight.
Yeah,
Let me end the story the right way.
yeah,
We can't because everybody gotta start realizing we can't do everything street mentality. That's all we know. We gotta stop
sure.
it,
Mm-hmm.
but we're gonna do it the right way. You get what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So I'm not gonna lie. When I seen him at the face off, It almost went out the window, but I had
Yeah,
to come back to. I had to come back to do it
yeah,
the right way. Got money on the line, got the bag on
yeah,
the line, you got your future on the line. So
yeah,
he's talking or whatever. As he talking, I ain't talk for 2 months, bro.
yeah,
No family, no nothing. Even with this camp, no family, no nothing. Just beer lock in. Nothing.
yeah,
There's nothing in this house but people that's my team. There's nothing in this
yeah,
house but that. So it's like, okay, all right, that's what we gonna do. Now fight day come. As soon as we seen everybody that was talking,
yeah.
have fun. Talk.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, they was doing more than talking. They was about to get
Yeah.
shaken up in there.
That's what I said. Have fun. Let's
Yeah,
let's let's see if you can come to Jersey, and then if you're gonna come back home if you
yeah,
talk or get crazy. And
yeah.
then at the backstage, what they do? Apologize.
Of
But
course.
nobody want to talk about that. You get
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah,
nobody really want to talk about
yeah,
apologizing or saying
yeah,
what they really said. You see, I had to check you. Like, no disrespect, but Elon had posted something. Oh, a couple weeks ago, saying talk about some. I think with the tank fight when he said he couldn't see or whatever.
yeah,
So I said in the draw I couldn't see or whatever. Not
yeah,
gonna lie, should the ref have stopped it? No, but thank God, ref, you make my record look still good. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Look, regardless of what, I'm not the ref. Maybe the ref seen something. I told
yeah,
the ref in his ear, and what people don't know is just blood in my eyes. Just wipe it off. I never had blood in my eyes before from a forehead injury.
yeah, for sure.
So now I have a concussion. So when he said that, I had to make it known that nigga, I've been beating you since I was 18 years old, bro. You're fucking
Yeah,
30. You're about to be pushing 30 soon, bro. I'm only
yeah,
22. I've been
for
beating
sure.
you since then. You can't fuck with me. So
Word.
fuck it. Like I'm not even trying to say fuck Elon or whatever. He's a great fighter. I hope to run a trilogy, and if we run a trilogy again, it's not gonna last. So that's all I'm saying. I
Word.
know it's not gonna last.
Facts. So let me ask you, man, and it's crazy because I had that question down a little bit before, but so obviously, y'all both as prospects, right? So
Yeah, for
we
sure.
looking at this fight. So for me, right, I'm gassed because I mean, I've heard of you before, but I never seen you fight until I'm looking at this PBC card. And then they say East Orange. I'm like, oh yeah, we turning up. For me, we you. I'm turned up because I see
For
you bond.
sure.
And obviously, I see how the fight go. I see the part where you can't see. I think it might have been like a potential like knockdown there somewhere. The referee took a lot of time. So obviously, you get the draw right, and even on man time beyond that, you came back and you won the fight the next time. Clearly, you won the fight, the second
Oh
fight.
yeah, for
But
sure. For
after
sure.
that first fight, and obviously, because in what I know of fighters is like the fighters think they Superman until they get in a situation like that, and it's not everything not in your favor. So, how did you regroup from the first fight, the possible knockdown? A lot of people talking, a lot of people probably was saying that you wasn't what they thought you was, and all of that. How did you regroup from the first fight to come back and fight such a good fight the second time?
Shutting the world down. Right. I don't care about nobody. And you know what? You know what else I realized too? Like I was basically on some. This is what really made my team my team.
Yeah,
They was the one that was like there. You
yeah,
get what I'm saying? They was the ones that was saying you could do it.
for
You don't
sure.
care about that. I watch motherfuckers that was on me to off me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
I watch motherfuckers just turn their back on me. So I was just like with some.
yeah,
But
yeah, that's how
it
it
was
is.
hurtful. It was hurtful because you
Yeah,
know me. At the time, I'm new to fame. I'm new to being all this. I'm
yeah,
still new. I'm not. I'm still. I'm not used to going to the store and everybody saying, "Oh, you that?" I'm not used to that. So
yeah.
when
Nah,
they do it,
yeah,
I be on some. Oh, you want? Let me take a picture with you. Me? Oh, cool. I'm
yeah,
not used to it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not used to it.
Nah, I feel
That's
you.
when I said, "Oh, all right, yeah." Even my best friend and everybody, it's time for you to leave.
Word,
Yep,
word.
and it's about that. So when I go up there or go to East Orange, or I always come unannounced. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So or I see my mommy, or you know what I'm saying. So
That's
it
what.
was new, but I just had to shut the world down. And when I did that, like that's what the definition of camp is. Camp is like shut the world down. What
Uh,
only matters is the fight. No party, no nothing, no none of that lit shit. The only thing that's supposed to be lit is the gym. So
that's
that was basically it. And I
that's
won. Easy. We already know who. I stood up every round. I didn't sit on a stool not one time.
Yeah, I was, for sure. Like I said, I was in the building, so I was in like the third row. My man from like I told you, I'm from Elizabeth Ave and Mika. My man Slick was on the card. My man Slick Anderson.
I
You know
fuck
what
with
I mean?
Slick.
Yeah, we from the same hood, Elizabeth Ave. Like you feel me? That's my guy from the hood. So again, I'm
Yeah,
going to be there. Any card that ever happen in Newark, I'm going to be there. That's my hood. I don't live there no more, but my face card's still good in the hood because people know who I am and they know what
for
I'm about.
sure.
Know what I
For
mean?
sure.
So let's rewind back a little bit. Talk to me about your amateur career. What were some of the best memories you feel like you had from when you was an amateur?
Honestly, my
Yeah.
best memories was my losses.
Mm.
And what I mean by my losses, them the ones that like helped me through my career. Like my losses is my biggest fights. Like
Yeah.
I won big fights. Don't get it fucked up.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about big fights. Like Duke Reagan, that was a big fight for me.
Okay.
Mark Castro was a big fight for me.
Okay.
And my last and final amateur tournament was it was kind of sort of a big fight because we both was getting trained by my pops.
Yeah.
But in my understanding though, he had more like USA experience. But either
Yeah.
way, it was still like a big experience because it was like this is Asa Stevens, this is
Yeah.
Rajon. Let's see how this play out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
out of all three of them though, oh, this is a tough one. I ain't gonna front. Out of all three of them, it's probably gonna be between Mark and Duke, but I'm gonna have to give it to Duke because everybody thought Duke was gonna be the one to stop me or do this, and he
Yeah.
too young.
Yeah.
Duke is big, bro. It was the fight of the tournament. Facts.
Yeah.
Everybody, like I never. Then Castro again. Like I never like the whole arena. Like it's mad other fights going on, but the whole arena watching our fight. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
niggas, we ain't worried about what the fuck going on. We want to know what's going on here. Like what this one going to? So it
Word,
was
man.
like
You taking me off my questions a little bit, but since we already right here, like
talk to me.
you see a guy like Duke Reagan. I want to put this. I won't put it straight up, so it don't sound funny. You see the
Mm-hmm.
struggles that he having at 126, right?
Yeah.
It don't look good. He don't look like silver medalist. I'm just being honest. I'm gonna shoot straight. I'm not trying to talk bad about Duke because I got you in here. You from Jersey. None
Oh
of that.
yeah, for sure, for
But,
sure, for sure.
but he don't look like he's supposed to look at 126. If you was to have that fight with Duke Reagan right now, how you see that going?
I love Duke. I ain't got nothing but love for you, boys. But I think I can beat Duke. But I
Yeah,
know I can beat Duke. But
yeah,
here's the catch, and why me and Duke will still be a great fight is because at the end of the day, I know that man. When he
yeah,
makes his adjustments,
yeah,
he makes his adjustments.
yeah,
I don't really know what Duke got going on, and I don't know what he. I don't really. I think he's still training with K. K is a great trainer too, but I still feel as though like he still got to get adjustment to the pro game. You know what I'm saying? Like
and I think that's the
that's
problem
just
too.
me.
I ain't gonna cut you off, bro, but I think K
Go
is a
ahead.
great amateur coach. I think that's like a little bit of difference. Like I'm just being. I only know how to shoot straight. I got a lot of respect for anybody that do anything in boxing, but I think that K Karoma is a great amateur coach. I
Oh
think
yeah,
that not all of the guys that K Karoma worked with, like I remember seeing, K Karoma in the Ajagba and Frank Sanchez fight. I remember seeing even K Karoma in Duke Reagan corner. And sometimes it don't seem like the proper adjustments is being made mid-fight. Maybe the fight is just a step behind a competition. But I feel like Coach K is a solid coach, but I feel like he
hmm
do his best work in the amateurs. That's just my
I
personal opinion about
mean, I get what you're saying. I mean, reason why I say he's a good. I mean, he got Shushu. He got all the USA team. Like I
it.
said, it takes sometimes like if you do feel like that, and I ain't even trying to say K is an amateur coach or a pro coach. I
Yeah.
just feel like he a great coach because me personally went with K up there before.
Yeah.
He know his shit, but
Yeah, sure.
like I said, all fighters just got to get used to a coach. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Duke
Facts.
just got. I'm not gonna say just got with K, but Duke been with his pops for a long time. So
Yeah.
it's different coming from a different atmosphere. See me and my dad, like even when he not around, like regardless of what.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna have his training in me. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm still
Yeah.
gonna have his what he taught me and shit like that. So
Mhm.
it ain't gonna be on no. He just gotta lock. Like I said, he just gotta lock in and make his adjustments. But he
Yeah.
gotta make it fast because it looks like Top Rank trying to move that man fast. So
Sure. See, that's what it looked like.
yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Even with that kid Cashflow, yeah,
But not and I think the one thing that kind of stood about me with Coach K is I remember seeing Jarrett Hurd when he fought
hmm
Luis Arias on a Floyd undercard, and I know what kind of fighter Jarrett Hurd was, but it just seemed like Coach K didn't take Jarrett's strengths and work to him. It just felt like Coach K tried to give Jarrett like an amateur style, heavy on the jab, heavy on movement, and a guy like Jarrett Hurd, who essentially he a black fighter, but he got like a Mexican type of style. It just seemed like that didn't really suit Jarrett for that night. But let me move a little forward because I seen, obviously we got a friend in common, my boy Brando. You know what I mean? I know he
that's
shoot a
my
lot of,
guy.
he shoot a lot of stuff for you. So I seen a video. You was sparring with Tio. How was that work? This guy crazy.
I say nah. T.O. was he was good work. Like T.O. is a great fighter. Don't get it fucked up.
Yeah,
Um, great fighter. Um, me and him gave each other. I gave him great work. I
yeah,
gave him great work. She was a
yeah.
great fighter,
I
and
heard.
even so, I feel as though like me personally though, I think he got more to his tools that he ain't get coming out yet. But
Okay.
I know for sure that he still can do something in this shit. So I fuck with Tio. I fuck with
Yeah.
Tio heavy.
Now I heard that in sparring. I don't know how true it is. That's what I'm going to ask you. I heard in sparring you don't spar 122, 126 guys. I heard you I heard you sparring welterweights and 54 pounders, and I heard you hurting them too, man.
Yeah,
Um, what's up with that? Talk to me about that, man, because it's crazy to
cause
see
I
how
got
that.
this thing. I think I get it from my It's definitely a family trait. I have little nigga syndrome. Like
Yeah,
I feel as though it all started like I don't know what happened to me. I don't know when it because I used to like I ain't gonna front. I always spar big people, but I ain't never spar them as good as I did now. Like I'm
yeah,
starting to walk big motherfuckers down.
okay,
So I
yeah,
be kind of like I got this thing where it's like, oh okay, you said I'm little, bet.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's just my mindset. So every time I go in there, I always be on some sharp shit. But
yeah,
then I feel as though size don't matter because I break your mental down first.
yeah.
And if your mental weak, I'm gonna kill. I'm gonna destroy you.
And
That
I'm a
ain't got nothing to do with me.
and I'm gonna hold you right there because we're gonna have some real talk, right? Now, a
hmm
guy, a guy that you might have a relationship with or may not have a relationship, I don't know.
hmm
Last year, we seen Chris Colbert fight Hector Luis Garcia, right? And exactly what you talking about right there, having that little guy syndrome, walking bigger guys down, making those adjustments. Um, it felt like to a lot of the boxing public that Chris Colbert, when he realized what he was in for with Hector Luis Garcia, he packed it in. Now, now my first question is, do you feel that he packed it in? And then number two, being from where you from, right? How you feel like you even got that dog to say, you know what, I'm gonna spar 47, 54 pounders, and not only am I gonna spar these guys, I'm gonna walk these guys down, right? So again, the first question was, do you feel like Chris Colbert packed it in yourself? And number two, where you get that dog from that's inside of you?
Boom. So with Chris Colbert, I feel like with him is like he should have just. That's my brother, so I'm gonna put this the best way as possible.
Yeah.
He didn't show up that night. I
Okay.
don't know who he was that night.
Yeah.
That night he just was off. So, and I told him to his face, he just was off. He
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
that night. Off
Yeah.
night.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe you can bounce back, but like I said, in this boxing shit, it ain't you can't have like you can't just bullshit. You gotta want it.
Yeah.
I understand. Don't get it fucked up. Like I understand, money comes with it. Sometimes you can get laid back. Sometimes you do this, but
Yeah.
not for nothing. That nigga Shakur, that nigga Tank, that nigga, them big dogs.
Yeah.
They make money. and they
Yeah.
seem to find a way to still act like they in the trenches. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what I love about this shit.
Mindset.
So it's like it's just the mindset. So I just feel like that night he just didn't show up. And I feel like with his comeback fight, which I think everybody already announced it, which is Ryo,
Ryo,
he
yeah. I
gotta show that he's here to he should show that he's here to stay.
and I
That's all
had
he
been in
gotta do.
videos on my real quick. I had been in videos on my channel last week, and he said like he told Ryo like you took that fight, the fight with De Los Santos, you took it light, you ain't trained hard for training camp. But he said since then Ryo in the gym with him, and he said he promised me Ryo wasn't gonna lose that fight against Chris Colbert. So you know what I mean? That this is what I want to see.
So boom, after this, Club Benavidez, this. I got Chris Colbert. Yes.
Okay.
I got Chris Colbert.
All right. How you see the fight? Well,
listen.
talk to me. How you see the fight going then?
Unanimous decision. You're not knocking Ryo out.
Okay.
Or if you do, let me tell y'all something about Chris Colbert. All right. There's a big difference between primetime Chris Colbert and Little B-Hop Chris Colbert.
Okay.
Just like how there's a difference between Pretty Boy Floyd and Money Floyd.
Yeah, for sure.
Primetime Colbert is the motherfucker that got everything. I'm not gonna say everything, but he's set. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's smart. He's making business on that. Little B-Hop Chris.
Yeah.
That's the motherfucker that don't have nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the motherfucker that's ready to rumble with anybody.
Right.
That's in the gym. That don't know nothing but gym. That eat, sleep, and he ain't got time to cut no corners. That's who we need.
Okay.
We don't need this. And even then, Lil B Hop was still an entertainer, but we need Little B Hop. We need that grit. We need that nigga. What's up? That's we need. We need that Brooklyn Flatbush nigga. We don't need Beverly Hills right now. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel.
I'm with you. And talk to me about again, like just even that mindset you talk about in sparring, having that lower man syndrome. Well, fight sparring these bigger guys because guys in your weight class can't go rounds with you. Where do that even come from? That energy, that feel of like, you know what I mean? I'm getting in here with somebody bigger, and not only I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna walk you down, and I'm gonna make you think about this sparring after we over with. Where that come from?
My father.
I respect that, and I mean a lot too. I mean, where we from, bro? And you know where and I'm talking, and it's more like, and man, this is the first time I ever met you. I never met you, never seen you nowhere. But when you from where somebody else from, a lot of certain things that they say, you can really feel it. And knowing where we from, that Essex County, Jersey babies, a lot of us don't grow with no fathers. So when you just say my father and leave it at that, I understand everything you're saying. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that. But talk about that. What is it about the relationship with you and your father that kind of give you that confidence?
So boom. Let everybody know something. Me and my father, right now, we ain't the best. Right now.
Life.
Yeah. But if we talking the relationship that he put in me, like the man that he put in me, like even with me and him like not being okay right now, it's still like I'm never gonna forget no teachings that you teach me. I'm never gonna forget the path that you set, and I ain't gonna forget the motherfucking shit that you put in me.
Sure.
So I just feel like just like how Joe Jackson made Michael great, and how other hard fathers made their son great. That's just what my dad did with me.
Word.
And I just gotta show that shit March 4th. Once I show that shit that I'm here, because one thing I ain't gonna front the reason why, because now that I'm fighting again, now I can tell y'all the truth. Reason why I haven't been, fighting because, BBC, and I was under Chris Colbert, but Al Heyman. Like how Earl got Frank, but Frank is under Earl. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like that situation. And not for nothing, my boy lost. So it was kind of like a setback.
No, I'm with you.
So I already seen it coming. So when you don't fight and then you got shit going on, you mentally fall. So I was mentally broke. I was mentally broken.
Okay.
And I had a team to help me pick up the pieces, but some pieces you can't. Some pieces they can't pick up. You got to pick them up yourself.
Yeah.
and try to fix yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now
Nah,
that
for
I'm
sure.
back and
Yeah.
I'm ready,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm catching a body this fight. There ain't no or
Nah. Word.
butts.
So
Yeah, that's just it.
how you feel about the current state of New Jersey boxing? I mean, you got Shakur, you got yourself, you got Ray Ford. I think he got a fight coming up soon.
Yeah,
I don't know how much you know him, but we got Khalil Coe from out of Jersey
that's my
City.
boy.
You know, you
My
got
boy.
Vito from a little down south a little bit. How you feel about especially with this young crop of guys? How you feel about the current state of New Jersey boxing?
I feel like it's in good hands,
Word,
great hands.
word.
But I also feel as though like I mean we all not really too much Ray or Shakur or anything, but we all just gotta boost each other up a little bit more than what we're doing. That's all.
Yeah,
Other than that, I feel like we in good hands though, because
yeah,
everybody just be locked in.
word.
Like me, Cole, like me and him always gonna be locked in. We've been together since we was fucking kids, so
Yeah, word.
man, we always gonna be locked in. Raymond Ford, that's my boy. Even though it could be possible that we fight in the future if he don't move up or I don't move up, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But
yeah,
that's still my boy. Me and him
yeah,
supposed to fight since amateurs. It just never happened.
word,
So
word.
Ray, my boy, all of them, Vito, my guy, Vito's my Khalil, all of them, we all cool. Like we all link up, still gonna be probably the same vibes or whatever, whatever. So
Yeah,
I don't know if they got beef with each other, but I know
yeah.
I'm cool with everybody.
Nah. And it's always good to stay neutral. But all right. Your last fight was in June, so it been obviously for a prospect you want to be a little bit more active. But talk me
For
through
sure.
that because your last fight was in June. It was in Colombia. Now I done heard some horror stories about like guys going to Mexico, beating a guy up or possibly like knocking him out, and then after the fight, the promoter come up to you and say, "Listen, if you don't give me an extra 3, 4, 5 bands, we're gonna report to the commission that he knocked you out, or we're gonna report to the commission that you lost." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If
for
you don't
sure,
pay
for
this
sure.
extra money. So how you even end up in Colombia last June? You know what I mean? Fighting on the card out there.
No, it was for a belt. That's the only reason why. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? So
Okay.
I won that belt, got the belt and stuff, and they can't you can't do that when it's under a belt commission. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's
Okay.
under like an ABF commission, because that's them. We already ordered the belt. They already ordered the
Gotcha.
fight. So
Okay.
that's different now. Don't get it twisted. Devin fought in Mexico. I fought in Mexico, but I fought in Mexico due to COVID situations. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't shit happening. I had to fight.
Yeah.
Niggas' feet had to get wet some way
I feel
somehow.
you.
So,
I feel you.
but I fought in Mexico before, but it was like it was light. But Colombia, I ain't gonna lie to you. Only horror story I hear from them is if you sleep on them, you go to sleep for real. So that's the only horror stories I heard, and I ain't
Yeah.
no front. They come to fight, and it was actually good to get my feet wet again out there. It was
Yeah.
cool. Win the belt, a good belt at that, not too shabby belt. And now I'm here. I'm by the end of the year, hopefully, I'm trying to go for the WBA NABA belt.
Okay. All right. Yo, that's good. That's good money. So obviously, a move that you made that I don't want to just say surprised me, but surprised a lot of people was you end up signing with Star Boxing. So
Hmm.
how did that come about? Because usually you would think a guy like you fought on PBC, whatever issues you had there, you're not there no more. But I would think like personally, I'm gonna think like a Top Rank gonna come see about you, or the Zone gonna come see about you, or maybe one of these other high profile Samson or one of these other guys that come see about
I
you. So how did
so
the Star
so
Boxing come up?
so boom. One thing I know about all the promotions is one with PBC. Don't get it fucked up. I
Yeah,
don't know everybody's situation. No, I
hmm,
do not.
yeah,
But everybody has a connect. My connect was Chris Colbert with
okay,
PBC.
for sure.
I love my big brother, but we're talking about Chris Colbert here.
Okay, yeah, I'm
So
with you.
it's like I understood that he's also a fighter. See, Earl's
Yeah,
a fighter, but he's a fighter that's like he don't really need this shit no more. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
So
I
it's
mean,
like,
when you talk about Earl Spence, you talk about a guy that's one of the. It's three American draws. It's Tank, Wilder, and Spence. So you talk about a guy that's one of the top three draws in the whole country as far as boxing. So yeah,
oh
yeah,
yeah, for
it's a
sure. So
different.
it's like
It's a
they
different.
don't need like let's be real. Like they don't really need like they can actually be promoters if they really wanted to. Like you see, Errol Spence was up there with Frank Martin in the weigh-ins. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So it was kind of like on some and all right, I see Earl got his connect, so Frank gonna keep fighting. He got a great connect.
Yeah.
Earl, top dog. Now you got other fighters like Michael Angeletti, like you named.
Yeah.
And when I look more into his thing, like when you showed me when we talked about that shit, like
Yeah.
when I look more into it, I'm like, oh shit, it ain't just PBC he's with. He got a man that's fuck with PBC that's tied up. You know what I'm saying? Like they got ties. So it's like, oh, all right, this makes sense.
Yeah.
That's how he getting all these things. Me, I have Chris Colbert,
Yeah.
the motherfucker that's really like, nigga. Right now I'm going through a lot. Right, so it's like,
With you,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm trying to fight, bro. I don't got time for
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And I was I was I wasn't even trying to get like it was. I was so desperate at the one time. I was trying to get with PBC. This is before that. I ain't talking about now because
Yeah.
you can't be desperate with business. I'm talking about before.
Yeah,
I'm
for
like,
sure.
yo, you can't you can help me get this fight, get in this fight. I'm going all the way from Philly to just to spar Cool Boy. They see I'm showing them that I'm a dog. They were fucking with me and everything.
Yeah.
I'm coming there. I'm going there by myself. So
Yeah.
I'm like on some. Damn, can y'all help me? Da-da-da. They was helping me on the June 4th card, whatever. Mind you, I just got finished fighting Elon. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So they try to match me up with it. The nigga started sending me, and I'm starting to think like, damn, he's sending me. I ain't trying to say it ain't no dog. No, this
Yeah.
nigga's sending me a 14-0 opponent with motherfucking a knockout artist. Nigga, this nigga was a damn near Olympian. Nigga, I only
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
7
Yeah.
fights.
Yeah. You gotta
So
build up. It's normal. It's boxing.
yeah, so I'm not no dog. I don't run from nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But look how Top Rank building cash flow. Well, at one point in time, right
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
he moving a little too fast.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
with that, and even with Top Rank. One thing about me, bro, I already knew who my Top Rank connect was, Shakur.
Mhm. Yeah.
Now, one thing for sure and two things for certain is I made myself a promise. I'm not doing anything just because he's my brother.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything because he think Manny. That's Manny's thing. That's let Manny have
Yeah.
Shakur as his mentor.
Yeah.
That's a bond. But Picasso got to figure out what's for Picasso.
Facts.
I
Facts.
can't be under. I'm not Team Shakur. I'm not
Yeah.
Team Cobra. I'm Team Picasso. You know what
For
I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah.
I'm me. I'm me. I'm not because regardless of what, when you look at Frank Martin got his name because he had that big win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
everybody was looking at him as Little Earl. Facts.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. No, it's a fact.
So now when I with this promotion, like I said, I don't know everybody's contract, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But I know mine. I know what I'm about. I know the route that I am. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I heard the little comments with the boxing voice where he said, "You did this without your team," yes, because I can do that. I'm a boss. Why not?
Yeah. Word.
I'm not a dumb kid, bro. I
Yeah.
learned a lot. I did a lot.
For sure.
I learned the game for sure. Like I've been around people that told me what to do and this and that. So it was like I get where y'all coming from, but the
Yeah.
same person that said, for example, I ain't gonna say no names, but
Yeah.
I told him, motherfucker, I'm fighting in Jersey. You're not fighting in Jersey, nigga. You're gonna fight in New York because that's all that nigga can do. And I told him, so Joe, I want to fight in Jersey. He said, you want to fight in Jersey? You sure?
Yeah.
Find me a venue in Jersey, a beautiful venue in Jersey,
Word.
and make me fight.
Yeah.
And what happened? Where am I fighting at, bro?
Jersey. Yeah.
And when you look at the venue, I'm not selling no tickets. Ain't there a ticket link in my bio?
Nah. Nah. That's their job.
And guess what?
Yeah.
Guess who's my cameraman? Guess who's going?
My man Brando.
Am I paying for that, man? I got a rapper walking me up because I asked for that.
Word.
And guess who might be the main event?
Okay. All
I'm
right.
only 7-0 with a main with high possibility of being a main event. So
Yeah.
when like I said, even if it's not my team's fault, it's Rajon's fault if anything goes wrong. I'm
For
with
sure.
that. I'm
Yeah.
with them saying it's my fault.
Yeah.
Wanna know why? Because I made that move. But if
Sure.
it goes right, then what y'all gonna say?
It got to be your fault too.
Exactly.
Right. It got to be your. If it's your fault if it go
So
wrong, it got to be your fault if it go right.
so now that I'm saying that, right? And now that we going to Starbucks and topic. Ivan Riddick. I don't know his situation,
Yeah.
but I know his record.
Yeah.
Boo Guard. I don't know his situation,
Yeah.
but I know even when he was at Matchroom, it was the same shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Clear
feel
this
what I'm saying?
and I think so. I don't even want to necessarily say, because people say what they say about whatever promotional companies, but it was just obviously with you being for me. I'm just talking about me.
No, I get it. I know, I get
For
what you're saying.
me,
I get what you're saying.
but you being a prospect, seeing what happened with Red Cash and how he was talking about Joe DeGuardi and how much money they won. Then I seen Cletus Selden was supposed to be on a Golden Boy card, who's a star boxing guy. Next thing I know, they remove him off the card. It's another
You want to know
whole guy.
something ironic? You want to know something ironic?
What's that?
Boom, right? So you can see me, right?
Yeah. Good.
So boom, right? So I'm not gonna spread nobody business out,
Yeah, for sure.
but I know what happened.
Okay.
I know what happened with everything, because you wanna know why I know what happened with everything? What they can't do, I could. I'm not y'all. One thing about me and different between me and them, when you say for example, let's just put for example, okay?
Yeah.
Say this, whatever the hell he was supposed to fight Rashadi, that one, right? That's what you was talking
Mhm.
about.
Yeah.
When you look at that fight, I don't know who Sadis is, but I know who Rashadi is. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. Now, say if I was to get on that card, right?
Yeah.
Or if I was to fight, if I was a Rashadi weight class, everyone knows me.
Uh-huh.
Now, do you really think that I'm going to get off that card? See, the difference between what everybody else do, everybody want to put their social media business up and do all that like Regis Progress. No disrespect to him. Why would
Yeah.
you announce that your check bounced?
Yeah.
Now
I
you
mean,
got Marv Nation looking at you like you're a fucking clown. But it's
yeah,
all fun and games when the shit is clear.
yeah, but see, I think again with somebody like that, you going, because remember, just being honest, like he wasn't the first one either. It was other guys doing it, and then he made an announcement too. Now it do look bad, because a guy like Regis should already be on a major promotional company. Should
Exactly. You
already
get what
been
I'm
BBC,
saying?
should have already been ESPN top rank or something like that. So now when you a two-time world champion, 30 plus years old, 20 plus 30 fights into your career, you look crazy talking about, I fought a Mark Nation in a check bounce. You know what I'm saying?
So why would you announce that? See, now this is what I did. I called Joe and I said, "Talk to me. What happened?" I mean, I can't really talk about everybody, what
Yeah,
happened or whatever,
oh, yeah,
whatever. But when he broke it down and told me such, boop, bop, 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 I'm like, "You're not supposed to do that." He said, "My point."
yeah,
But I
yeah,
said, "Then why don't you argue about that?" He said,
yeah,
"Because number one, we have a fight coming up. Da, 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 da. That's what I need to focus on. If I
yeah,
focus on other stuff, I'll just go crazy." So it's like, I agree with that. I've seen promoters go crazy. Because if you want to be technical, everybody's the same with this promotional thing.
yeah.
Because why haven't the Bud Crawford and Spence fight happened yet?
Some there's issues there. You know what I mean? It's just,
Exactly. It's
they
going to be issues everywhere, bro. 'Cause
facts,
everybody's greedy. So,
facts.
bro, my moral of the story is when you look on Star Boxing, right? Boom. Who's the only nigga that's like saying, well, I don't give a fuck? Joe Smith.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you a hint. That's all I'm gonna say. Who's the only nigga not complaining? That's the
Nah,
only hint. That's all the hints I can give you, bro.
yeah, nah, I feel you. Nah, I'm with you. Yeah,
So like I said, I'm good. I don't know what I don't know what others got. I don't know what they thing is, but I know I'm a smart motherfucker, bro. So like I
word,
said, I'm fighting in Jersey because that's what happened. That's what made happen. That's
true.
and when you see that card, you see my face.
Yeah, we see you right in the middle of the posters. Can you announce who you fighting? Do you know who you fighting yet?
I don't know. They're gonna send opponents, but 9 times out of 10, Picasso's making a shoot. He's gonna put somebody to sleep.
For sure. Nah, I'm with you. I'm with you. And so now, if you had the choice, I mean, now obviously you're a prospect. You got to be. And again, even when you talk, and I like the conversation, because even when you talking about, they sent me a guy that was 14-0, and you are who you are on a come up. It don't make no sense taking a fight like that now for whatever money they probably was going to pay you when
Oh yeah, for sure.
in 4 or 5 years, not even 4 or 5, 2, 3 years, maybe 2 years, you
So
could be fighting somebody at that level and
I'm
making
gonna
way
put you
more
on.
than.
I'm gonna put you on game. Watch this. Watch this.
Right.
So 3 months ago, maybe four. Oh shit, we in 2023.
Yeah.
So maybe a couple months ago, right?
Yeah.
Michael Angeletti, the person that you think I would love to fight him like in the future or whatever.
Mm.
That's not no fight that you could have for an 8-rounder. No.
No way. No
That's a
way.
12-round fight. That's a
Oh,
12-round exciting
yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
That's a future title fight. That's
Either a
well
title
respected.
eliminator. It got to be that. Got to be one of them fights. That's
It's exciting. So
yeah.
boom. So I'm in the gym, but I don't care what no boxer says. Yes, it's good to stay in the gym, but all boxers get big. Facts.
Yeah.
So I'm in the gym or whatever. I get a call from PBC or whatever. This is when I knew this relationship was over.
Yeah.
So I called. Like, don't get it wrong. I love PBC. Shout out
Yeah.
to all y'all, Brad and everybody. I love you. Nothing but love. So I get a call. Say, hey, what's up, Weez? So what's up? But it was like an unexpected. When you excited, but you like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
anything can happen. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
they calling me without Chris. So I'm like, oh, what's up? I'm thinking that they missed me or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, man, what you doing? Shit, about to go to the gym. He
Yeah.
says, good, man. You want to fight Michael Angeletti? Yo, bro, the fight is in like maybe 2 weeks or the next week. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
I remember that. I remember that.
So it's kind of like
Yeah.
y'all treating me like dirt. So it was like a nah, but we'll fight in the future. Dude,
Yeah.
we ain't got nothing to talk about no more, bro.
Yeah, I remember that, and just being 100 with you, because that's the only thing I know how to do. I got a real good relationship with Michael Angeletti, like real. I got a real good, like we hit each other, we talk, we chop it. I was just chopping it up with him yesterday. You know what I mean? Now I know again, possibly just like you, Angeletti, one of them guys that it's hard to get fights for him. You know what I'm saying? He tall as hell. He fight at that small ass weight class. It's even guys that fought and beat bigger names, and for some reason they don't want to fight him. Now I know you will fight him under the right circumstances, but again, that's a smart decision because that fight right now, I don't even know what they offer, and you probably didn't even stay on the phone long enough to see the number they was going to offer.
Didn't
But
give
it
a
don't
fuck.
even make no sense for y'all two to fight right now. That don't make no kind of sense for you and Angeletti to fight
It
right
barely made sense for me and Elon to fight, and I still fought him.
Yeah.
Like that was my whole thing with PBC. Like even with that draw, I did what no kid would have done. Even with that little twin that no offense, like I like the twin too. I forgot his name though. He's a twin. He got knocked.
Orientes.
Exactly. He got knocked out.
Oh,
or whatever.
bubble. I remember.
So he got knocked out.
Yeah.
Me, on the other hand, I got dropped by Elon. Even though under the circumstances, regardless of what, I'm not making no excuse, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Nobody my age would have took a rematch.
For sure.
Facts.
Now they would have took the draw and got up out of there for sure.
Exactly. No, I went and got a rematch. I got it. Yeah, I want to fight him again today. So it was like a kind of like a. What more do I gotta prove to y'all, bro?
Yeah, no, I feel you. No, I feel you.
So it like I ain't gonna front. You see, they hurt my feelings, but it was like a cool. Y'all got it.
But see, the thing is, and another thing, and I like what you said, but I always want you to remember this, like. In the sport of boxing, when you don't have a proper representation, you always going to be the B side. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
and I'm not saying you because of it. I know that I've seen enough of you, and I know enough of guys that's real boxing guys that have been around you. I know that you're gonna be an A side guy for sure. But again,
for sure.
The relationships that you came into the sport with whoever was, helping you get on cars or whatever, you always got to understand, just like Nino Brown said, bro, it's business. It's never personal. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I remember talking to Angeletti before they offered you that fight, and he told me he had somebody lined up, somebody that had just got a good knockout over a good opponent, but dude wouldn't sign to fight him. You get what I'm saying? And so I remember when, again, I'll be I'm one of them guys, like I'm not a news breaker. You get what I'm saying? I like to talk to fighters. I like to get the experience. I like to learn what's in y'all minds and shit like that. But a lot of stuff I be knowing and I don't talk about it because that's not my lane. I don't want to be the first guy to break the news for who fighting. You know what I mean? I might know who Ray Ford fighting next, but that's not for me to be like, oh yeah, Ray Ford is doing this guy. Like, I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? But again, I just think that with the representation, like you said, the manager, the management, the advisor, this guy, that guy, that's what's going to make you the A side. But as long as you keep that work in and putting that pain in, bro, you're going to get there for sure, no question.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's why I be trying to, and then you're absolutely right. And I understand with management and and all that stuff. That they were mad at me. I ain't gonna lie. That's why
Yeah,
I understood. They said, "Well, how'd you do it behind their back?" They said they didn't know. They didn't know. One, okay, I understand what I did was a little thing, but
yeah.
I'm not. Mama ain't raised no fool, so
Word.
I knew what I was doing. So I was just on some shit like, yo, man, bro, let me. It's like boxing is like the streets.
Yeah, for sure.
Regardless of what, if it ain't for me or anybody, nobody's making money.
Word.
So let me make this move. Let me make my mistake. Let me do this. So I was kind of on some shit like, say for example, a management don't go right or whatever, which I doubt. Like I'm highly doubt that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We've been through hell and back together. So it's like I highly doubt that. Like we've been through. There's nothing that can break us. Why? Because we've been through hell. You get
yeah,
what I'm saying? So
yeah.
and that's the kind of team I like. The ones that I've been through hell and the one that came back with me. So it was like
Mhm.
a reason why I did what I did. And it's like if it was to go bad, I could say, bye. I did this on my own anyway.
Yeah, for
You know what
sure.
I'm saying?
You're gonna be the one that's gonna take the L, period.
Yeah,
Like your management
yeah,
with you, your team that love you and know you, they're gonna be there. But when you sign, like you got to like the management don't sign their name on the dotted line. The management don't step their foot through the ring to get busy. Like
yeah.
it's only one person doing that. So, but even with that, let me ask you. And I know you said you ain't want to say no names, but you know this
Talk to me.
this, this my show. We call this the moment of truth. You feel me? So at the
Let's
end of
talk
the
to
day,
me. What's up?
how did you feel when you heard Nestor on a boxing voice say you were stupid or whatever he was saying for doing whatever it was that you did? Like, how did you feel about somebody that I guess at one point in time you might have had respect for, or might have had some type of love for? Like, how did it feel hearing him, talk about you like that?
We patched it up, but before you want to talk, can I talk my shit?
Let's holler. We here.
All right, so it's like I just gotta respect your podcast,
Yeah, nah, I'm with you, bro. We good. We rocking out.
but bro, like he someone sent that to me. It's not like I was joining. I don't join nigga shit unless I
Yeah,
fuck with you. I mean, I
word.
fuck with this, but it was the time of night he did it, and it was like I didn't see it, so I probably was
Yeah,
asleep or something. So
yeah,
somebody sent it to me or whatever, and it was just the passion. You get what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
you would have thought that I did it to him. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
what?
yeah,
Stupid. So it was like
yeah.
this nigga used to come in my gym. Right? So fuck it, bro. I wanted to do things to him. So
Yeah, I understand. I know the vibe. You know,
and it's like
he used to be where I'm from.
yeah, and like I'm professional. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I rather talk to you before I talk to you in
Yeah,
person. Because if I talk to you in person,
mhm.
well, if I talk to you first, and I still feel like you think that you didn't apologize, you know, you
Yeah,
didn't want to say
yeah.
sorry. He didn't want to.
Bro, nah,
you,
I'm already knowing, bro. Trust
like
me.
you did. Like I don't like that's the thing about my hood now or East Orange now. Like I don't everybody that had beef with me or any we ain't gonna talk no hoods, but anybody
Yeah,
that had beef with me or anything is like
yeah,
I'm not the same kid anymore. We out there, it's a regular beef anymore, bro.
bro, yeah,
I got ties with a lot of people now. It's
yeah,
not the same.
for sure.
We don't. I don't argue like no kid no more. I don't talk to you like no kid no more. If I really
Yeah,
want,
I'm
yeah,
with
man.
I'm with you.
I'm
I'm
like
with
a
you.
Dundada now. You
Yeah,
feel what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. But you
So
know what? As you should be, because again, when you come from where we come from, so first of all, number one, people don't just make it out of New Jersey. Like, being from New Jersey is a small state, but people don't understand how serious it is where we from, like how treacherous it is, how nasty it is where we really from. And so, just like you, just like myself, when I come back to New Jersey, when I'm in the hood, I'm good. I don't got to worry about nothing because
yeah,
everybody that's around me, people that know how I left the hood and I went up and I did this or I did that, I still got respect for from the same home. It's all love. So even if
yeah.
I come back to the hood and see a new face, like you gotta check in with me. I don't know you. Like,
Oh no,
and
for sure, for sure, for sure.
the homies gonna give me the same respect. So you might been in the hood for a little minute. I don't know you, but when I come through, you're gonna have to address. Who are you? Like, I don't know where you
Yeah,
came from. Like that's just how it goes. So I understand the love you got, and I understand the passion in which people probably take care of you with because they know, like, nah, bro, he one of the ones that made it out. We not even letting it go like that. Like you not even gonna get a chance to play with, bro, because he really one of the ones that's from here and he made it out.
Yeah, that's the thing. Man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm grateful that you know what I mean, I'm out of East Orange, but I'm also still like cautious at the same time because anything can happen. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
You can't forget what you can't forget about what can happen, and you feel me? You know what
right,
I'm
right.
talking about, bro.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
that's mainly it. But other than that, bro, like I'm proud to be where I'm at. I'm
Yeah,
happy I made the right decision. I'm
sure.
happy about the future, and sooner or later, someone has to see me.
Yeah, nah, I'm with it, man. I'm with it. You know, I love the energy, bro. Like, I love the energy, man. I know you're gonna make these moves. I mean, March 4th, right? March 4th, right?
Yeah, March.
Yeah. So
March
at the
4th.
end of the day, like, yeah, I'm already knowing, and it's funny that you uh that you said something about Angeletti because I think he fight like within a week of you fighting. So that's gonna be one that I'm
Okay.
gonna be now
Yeah,
paying attention because y'all got close fight dates with each other. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just put that out like that. You know what I mean? But nah, man. If you had an option though, who would be your next three fights if you had a choice?
actually fights. Well, according to them, they want to just tool me up a little bit just because I'm a little. I had some months off, so
Yeah,
realistically, they want to tune it up for a second, and then
yeah,
I could talk my shit. But
yeah,
3 fights though, if I
yeah,
had a choice,
yeah.
my next one would be I would like to fight Cashflow. That's
Mark
one.
Castro?
Fuck no, he's on T 130. I think I'm
Oh,
talking
I'm
about
about to say. Oh, wait. I'm about to say.
cat. I like I ain't gonna front. I like Cashflow. I feel like that would be a good fight.
Okay, okay.
Cashflow. Davion Woodard. I think that might happen soon. That might happen very soon. Actually, he actually got a fight coming up for real, for real.
Yeah, I've been seeing him.
And
I've been seeing him too. He making
yeah, he
some
got a fight coming up. It's one more person. Oh, it was just one person I want to fight. His name Danny Barrios or something. Like he 10-0 or something like that. But
noise.
look into him. Only reason why I wanted to because I don't know if he was trying to be sarcastic or
Okay.
he was trying to do that. But I hit him up. Like when somebody live or a fighter so.
Yeah,
I was actually on some friendly shit. I was just basically saying I would love to share a ring with you. He said, "Don't hit me up and for $1 million, chance." Nigga, you're not even worth $1 million, my nigga.
yeah. You know how I go. You know,
So it's like if I actually, it would actually be him because I know I can stop him, and then
yeah.
after that it'll be Cashflow. Me and Cashflow,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Cashflow.
I like that cash flow fight, man. I would definitely, yeah, man. What I'm really seeing though, like more than other years, like at them weight divisions, the 122s, the 118s, it's some smoke down there, bro. Like it's some so even at like for you, as long as you progressing how you supposed to progress, it's some money fights down there for you,
Oh
man.
yeah, for sure,
Like
for
it's
sure.
some money fights down there for you as long as you progress on how you're supposed to be progress, man. But so right now, I want to get into a little bit of what I like to call the ring walk. You know what I'm saying? Where I ask you some questions that don't necessarily got nothing to do with boxing, but we just gonna ask you the questions and I want to know what you think. So my first
But
question is: have you ever had a job outside of boxing?
uh, damn. I mean, I had a job, but it wasn't a job.
I got you. 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 Say no more, chat. Say no more. So my first job was again. I told you I'm from Elizabeth Ave, Mika, and Nook. So my first job was White Castle. That's right there by that Jersey Fried. I don't know if you're familiar with, but that's my hood. That was my first job ever. That White Castle, right under the bridge by that Jersey Fried, right there. That was my first job.
You
Yeah.
take the
Um,
girls, man.
if you could have a choice of any car in your garage, what would that car be?
Mustang, and I don't care if nobody say or what anybody see. It's either between a Mustang or a 2022 Jaguar. I had that shit before, and yeah, it was Yeah,
I
probably
got a
Mac
Mustang
though.
in my garage right now, man.
I
You
love
you
Mustangs.
gonna whip my.
Whoa.
I actually got two Mustangs. I got an old school. You remember Minister Society? I got one
Yeah.
of them. I got a green old school 1989 or 1990 the drop top green joint, and then we got a 2020 Mustang, the GT. Crazy, crazy.
Nah, that shit hard.
Yeah,
That
so I
shit
got two
hard. That
Mustangs
shit
in the
is hard.
garage right now, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for real.
Um, before the fights, or whether before sparring or before the fights, what music you turning up to?
Now I'm gonna have to say Young Boy. Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
I like Young Boy. Young Boy, hands down. Or it'll be between Young and I only got one song by G Herbo. It's called I like a couple songs, but this one song is called History by G
okay,
Herbo. That shit go crazy.
okay. All right. So I guess this is next one is a little bit of a boxing related question. When you step in the
Okay.
ring for a fight, whether amateur fight, professional fight, you know what I mean? You might adapt your trainer up. He getting out the ring, everybody clearing their way. The referee looking at the timekeeper. He about to ring the bell. What's going on in your mind right before that first bell ring? Is it anger? Is you think about the game plan? Is you like what's going on in your mind before that first bell ring when it's time to shake it up?
When I look at him, I just look at him, and the only thing I see is a dead body. But I first come out in my head, I be thinking like, depending on how his positioning is, I'm gonna know how he come out. Cause I'm like I said, amateurs help you a lot.
Yeah,
So I could tell by a lot of people's styles. Like what a lot of people don't know is that in USA boxing, it's a lot of foreign motherfuckers here out here. Like we
yeah,
got Asians fighting each other. We got a lot of people that's the same shit. But then when we go out there, like for example, to what's that shit called? Kakakistan, or we
yeah.
really see how they
Man,
really fight.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's no different. But like I said, I'm gonna know how you depending on how your position is, how your guard is, how everything is. That's when I'm gonna
Yeah.
know if it's gonna be a long night or it's gonna be a short night.
Word. Now, after you fight, and it's time to go get some food. What's your go-to meal?
Everything. But I'm gonna have to. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like Chinese food.
Word, Chinese.
Yeah, yo, I love Chinese. Like you talking about after the fight, right?
Yeah, after the fight, you don't gotta worry
Oh
about no
yeah,
wait, fight just over. You about to,
Chinese food. I love Chinese food, bro.
man. I ain't gonna lie. Give me a tiny cheeseburger, ketchup, mayo. You feel me? Sweet
Ah,
potato pie, CST. That's
ah,
how I'm coming. You feel me?
yeah, yeah.
Word. All right. Now my next question. So I don't know if you single or not, or if you involved with a lady, but my question is, what's three qualities that you gotta have in a woman for you to say, you know what, I'm a date her or I'm gonna make her mine? Give me three of the top qualities that a woman gotta have for you to deal with her.
All right, so boom. I'm gonna have to say one. I gotta see a hustle mentality because a lot of females do hit me up.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie, but I don't really pay them no mind because it's like I don't know. Like you looked at my page and you thought that I was gonna spend my bread on you. It's
yeah,
not
yeah,
happening.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I be on some shit like you gotta have a hustle mentality. I
Word.
look regardless of what. I'm not asking for the baddest bitch. No,
Yeah,
not trying to
yeah,
say she don't gotta be cute. No, I ain't saying that. I'm asking for that down to earth shit. So I'm gonna have to say hustle mentality, down to earth, and cute and pretty. But I want don't you ain't gotta be like that Ari shit. I ain't asking. I just want you naturally pretty. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And you gotta
yeah.
have hair too. So I'm gonna have to say full quality. So look,
Word.
boom. I'm gonna have to say this to everybody. Like I don't care if you work at McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if fuck wherever you work at. As long as I see a hustle mentality, like I just love that. I just love that about you. I don't care if if you don't make no money. I want to know how you gonna get to it. Cause if you think it's me, I ain't the answer.
Word.
I'm
Word.
not the answer. I don't
Word.
have the answers to your problems. I will swear to God, I will leave you where I found you. That's just me, bro.
Word.
But that's just me.
Now I gotta switch the subject, champ. You know, I see everything, man. I know
What's up?
I'm 33, I'm a little older. My generation is different from yours. I heard you talk about a young boy. I see your hands moving in and out the camera. What Talk to me. What we got going on, champ? What we got
Nah,
going?
this a Picasso thing. I'm about to start a trend with this.
Okay.
Like when I'm in camp and shit like that. Like
Yeah.
yo, I swear, ain't nothing to do here. So, I just, so
Okay.
nah, this is like a little thing, whatever. So it's like this the hell side and all my tattoo shit. This is all my like shit that I go through and stuff like that.
Okay.
And this
Yeah.
would be like the peace side and shit, like the moon, the stars and shit. And
Okay.
I
I got
love girls. I love girls, bro.
you. No. I'm with you. No, I'm with you. You know,
And
I just
then
gotta ask the
all
question.
this shit
You know?
and all that stuff is like
Yeah.
peace. And then 11:11, that's my grandma and shit like that. The heart,
Okay.
small, you know what I mean? Little shit
Yeah.
like that. But I
Yeah, I'm
don't.
with you. No, for
You feel
sure.
me? This is a trend. This is my shit.
Well,
You know
no,
what I'm
I'm with
saying?
you. You know, I gotta ask the question. I see
Oh
what.
yeah, I agree with you, my nigga. Nah, I feel you.
Okay. Now, my final question that I got for you is that what do you want the world to know about Rajon Chance?
I'll knock you the fuck out. It's like no, um, look, I know that when you look at me, I probably will look mean. Nah, I'm the one coolest motherfucker on earth.
Yeah.
I could fight.
Yeah.
I could I'm down to earth. If you cool, if you ain't on no funny shit or looking
Yeah.
to try to make like money off me, like I'm with making money. I'm cool with making money, but I'm
Yeah.
talking about business moves. I ain't talking
Yeah.
about no like, for example, if somebody wanted me to help promote their shit and they gonna pay, I'm with
Yeah.
that. And if
Yeah.
we can find a way to make money together, I'm with that. We could
Yeah.
talk about that. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm willing. I'm all open ears and stuff like that. But I'm
You ain't
not
taking
with loaning.
no
I don't.
shorts.
Yeah, I don't loan me. Don't not when I mean loan me, I mean like I'm not your loan shark. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Word.
it's like I'm down to earth. I'm cool. I'll talk to you. I can be like it's a high possibility sooner or later I might get my fucking blue check on my Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Word.
still the same person behind the blue check, but
Word.
people change when you change. That's all I have to say.
Facts.
I will
Facts.
never change unless you change. I will
Facts.
never change unless I notice that you smiling harder than usual because I'm this person. That's why I have the same friends from when I was in middle
Word.
school and shit like that. So
Word.
ain't shit
Word.
gonna change. Brando came involved because he was the youngin. Brando
Yeah.
was like he was young as fuck. But I
Yeah.
had gave like reality is you can ask Brando yourself. I put Brando on like
Yeah.
Keyshawn and with
Yeah.
all of them. I did that because
Yeah.
it's like, bro, you from East Orange, so you gonna come with me to come with
Yeah.
Cool Boy. You
Yeah.
gonna come with me here. You gonna come with
Word.
me there, and niggas gonna
Word.
see your work. He went to Prudential Center. He showed that he took pictures of me. Everybody know who Weezy is, so it's like,
Yeah.
yo, you did that for Weezy? All right, bet. Let's go. We
Yeah.
out. We lit. And that's
Yeah.
how all that came evolved. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
nevertheless, I just wanted my boy to get his foot in the door, and
Word.
that's that, bro. I ain't when I need Brando, he'll be around. You know what I'm
That's what
saying?
I mean.
But do
I
your
ain't gonna
thing.
hold you, but I talk to Brando on the phone like every other day, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I really be
Yeah,
like me, like Brando really call my phone like every other day, bro. We be talking on the phone, but I ain't gonna hold
yeah.
you. That's my man. So I ain't gonna
I fuck with Brando,
my man. I ain't
100%.
gonna hold
That's
you.
my nigga.
Yeah,
That's my nigga.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just want to put it like even with you. Like, now that you a cool nigga, and I don't
Yeah.
know why, but I'm gonna put my finger on it. But I feel like I know you from
Bro,
somewhere, so
I
it's
used
like
to be out there. I used to really be in EO, bro. I forgot
that's what
because
I'm saying. You
my,
look familiar.
my brother lived on Brookwood. I know they used to have issues with a couple other blocks, but we was right by Tremont. I'm trying to think what that is that South on Jave right there? With
Wait,
the
so you used to stay? Wait, so you was the B1 Tremont?
Now I used to be on Brookwood, but my brother was Sean. I mean, I ain't gonna get too crazy, but my brother was
You ain't
Sean.
gotta talk to me. You ain't
So
gotta tell me
you know what I
name.
mean?
That's
So we used to, you know what I mean? Like we used to be, you know what I mean? I used to be around, bro. Like I used to be around, like for real. I used to be around, like so. I ain't
yeah.
never go to. I know he went to like Cicely Tyson, and I'm not from EO, but I'm from North. But I know he
Nah,
went to
Cicely
Cicely
Tyson. That's right
Tyson
there.
and
Yeah.
all of that. He did all of that, like. But he was known in EO, like I mean, he was known out there for
If you
real.
don't mind me asking, like, if it's cool, what's your brother name?
Buck, they call him Buck. He older than me. I'm 33, so he older than me. So
Fuck, that name sound familiar as hell too.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah, yeah. We're gonna have to bust it up outside of this joint. Now I don't want to
Oh
get too
yeah, for
crazy.
sure, for sure, for sure.
Nah, yeah, nah, but yeah. So you know what I mean. I definitely used to be in EO a lot. I used to play there. I mean, play that block a lot, Brookwood, and we go on Tremont, or go to the little rec joint. I forgot. I think that's South Orange Ave right there at the top, or at the top of Brookwood. But it's a basketball joint right there. Like, you know what I mean? I don't even know if it's still there no more for real, but I used to
Right.
play, heavy when I was younger. Like I used to play over there heavy. So you probably
Yeah.
see me in passing, see me, you know what I mean? With, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, we used to be out there. Yeah, we definitely used to be out there, man. But nah,
Yeah.
I appreciate you, champ, man. I appreciate you joining with me. You know what I mean? We've been on for a
Sure.
minute. I think right after the fight, man, I want to get you back on here. We could talk about your first fight with Star Boxing, how you felt in the ring, and just what's more to come, man. I definitely want to
For
stay locked
sure.
in with you, man.
For sure, man. I'm with it. I enjoyed this podcast. I get to
Yeah, for
talk.
sure,
So
bro. We
I'm
talk real because we talking real talk. I know a lot of guys. Like again, I'm one of them guys. Like even more than just what's going on. I like to talk the X's and O's of boxing. I like to talk, styles and punch placement and what you like to do in this situation, what you like to do in that situation. Like I really got a boxing mind for real. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
so a lot of other podcasts. They want to talk about the drama because that's the stuff that's going to sell or get the followers and get the
Yeah, for
views.
sure.
I'm not tripping off of none of that because if I'm coming with pure boxing, I know I'm gonna last longer than a lot of these other people anyway. So I don't gotta clickbait. I don't gotta get shock value. I don't gotta get you to say nothing that's going to boost me up
Respectfully.
because I know the lane that I'm in, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Respectfully.
I
Respectfully.
appreciate you joining me, bro, for real. Like, yeah, I know this
Always,
been
bro.
coming, but I appreciate it, bro.
Always, bro. For real. Let's go back to it after the fight, bro. I'm with it.
Facts. All right, man. Look, we already locked in. We already exchanged numbers and all that, champ. So we good, man. I appreciate you joining me, bro.
For sure, my boy. Chop it up with you.
All right, you know it. All right.
Bet.
Hey, ASAP family, man. That was undisputed. I mean, excuse me, undefeated. Hopefully, he could be undisputed, man. That was undefeated prospect Rajon Chance, man. Again, see my boy Brian up in here, my boy Cal up in here showing love. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. I think that was a real good interview, man. The thing about it is, wherever you local to, man, whatever city that you close to, whatever place that you close to, sometimes it's so refreshing seeing somebody else, especially like as a black man when you coming up or coming out of a situation. You got friends that might have died or lost their life. You got friends that might have fell victim to the jail system. You got friends that may fell victim to drugs. Sometimes, man, when you coming up and coming out, you feel like you lonely. Like you feel like you on a lonely path. Like it's nobody else doing what you're doing. So if I could find a guy that's from a neighboring city to mine and he young, you know what I mean? And just knowing the culture of how the world is today, but this young guy, 21, 22, however years old, you know what I mean? But he making good decisions. He trying to put his life on the right path. He got a young brother under him that's a great amateur boxer, number one in the world in his weight class, man. That's exciting to me, man. But more than any top boxer that I could interview, I'm gonna have the same energy for the guys that's from where I'm from that's pushing and trying to make their way forward, man. So again, man, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate whoever tuned in for tuning in. We're gonna chop this interview and put it out how it's supposed to be put out, man. But again, man, this is A-Side Boxing, man. It's what Tuesday night. It's the Moment of Truth, episode 7. Again, man, we're gonna keep doing this thing. We're gonna keep this joint locked in forever and ever, man. Just make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all share. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell their friends, man. And we gonna keep rocking out with this thing, man. Again, I will open up the lines, but it's a little late tonight. But we're probably gonna be back tomorrow doing some more boxing talk. Maybe no special guests. We just gonna get on here and we're just gonna talk some pure boxing, man. Again, we're not here for no shock value. We're not here because what Tank told Devin. We don't care what Wilder had to say to whoever. We respect them. Yeah, listen, hold up. We need them picks for Saturday too. And you know what? That's probably what I'm going to do. So I'll probably come in here tomorrow and we're going to get them picks for Saturday. I don't know why. A lot of my boxing faithful, a lot of my boxing brothers, a lot of my chicken talk brothers, I don't know why y'all decided to take Chris Eubank over Liam Smith. I don't understand that. I just thought, me just being me, I just thought that was a no-brainer that Liam Smith was going to smash up Chris Eubank. I didn't even know people was really picking Chris Eubank. I guess sometimes, when a guy get to chatting, you get what I'm saying? We could get that confused with real fighting, but I don't know why. When you look at let me see, and my man Brian said I ain't hit nobody to that one. Excuse me, but again, I'm a boxing guy. I'm a boxing mind. I'm a resume guy. When you look at these British fighters, let's say you take all the British fighters right now that's active and you put them in one pool, right? It's two guys with resumes that stick out to me just off the top of my head, and there may be more people. You got Amir Khan, right? Amir Khan fought who he needed to fight. Maybe he didn't get a Floyd fight. There's a couple fights he didn't get, but Amir Khan and Liam Smith. Them two guys right now, I know Amir Khan not fighting no more, but you got to look at Liam Smith's resume. Yes, he lost to Canelo, got knocked out. Yes, he lost to Jaime Munguia, and we're not really happy about the opposition that Jaime Munguia is facing. And I think he got like one obscure loss, but he got some good wins, bro. He got good wins. I watched Liam Smith on the Serrano and Katie Taylor undercard. I watched him beat the dog shit out of fucking Jesse Vargas. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why people, I don't know, maybe because he was moving up from 54 to 60, maybe that's where a disconnect was coming from. But yeah, man, let me see. What do you think about Luis Neri versus Azar Hovhannissian, man? I think that's going to be a banger, Danny. You know what I'm saying? I think if I'm not mistaken, we just seen Hovhannissian come back on a Golden Boy card. If I'm not mistaken, no, was it Golden Boy card? I know he just fought recently. Hovhannissian. Luis Neri, you never know which Luis Neri is going to come up. Is it going to be Luis Neri that put in that work that we was expecting to fight Brandon Figueroa, or is it the Luis Neri that's going to miss weight? Is it the Luis Neri that got dropped by Figueroa with the body shot? Like, which Luis Neri we going to come with? We know Hovhannissian bringing it. You know what I mean? That's one thing you know about him. He come to fight, and he like to get busy. So if Luis Neri ain't coming fully prepared, it's going to get nasty for him. I'm telling you. It's going to get, if Luis Neri is not prepared to fight, it's going to get nasty. So again, that's what I got to look at, maybe a little bit more footage in that fight. But I'm gonna have a prediction for that one too, man. We're gonna come back. Like my man Brian said, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna lay the fights out, and I'm gonna tell you who I got, where I got them, and why I'm picking that pick. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna talk about that. And then maybe we do a little something where since it's 2023. Maybe I keep score. Maybe I keep score or the fights that I picked versus the outcome. You know what I mean? And yeah, maybe we do something like that. I like that. I like that. I might, post my record up. You know what I mean? Week by week. We can start with this week. I'll post my record up and we'll see by the end of the year if I'm over 500, if I'm at 500, if I'm got to lose a record or win a record as far as picking these fights, man. But again, man, I appreciate everybody, man. It's the moment of truth. You know what I mean? Tuesday night. Again, appreciate everybody for joining me. I'm gonna jump off this joint, man. We will be back tomorrow night. We're gonna jump right back on. We're gonna make it happen, man. So again, man, just keep tuning in, keep rocking with me. It's your boy Truth, A-Side Boxing, man. I appreciate everybody, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We are out, man. I appreciate y'all.